The British pound just plunged to a 10-week low, hours after a major US-EU trade deal that left the UK on the sidelines. Meanwhile, UK inflation unexpectedly spiked to 3.6%, rattling analysts, and Chancellor Rachel Reeves now faces a staggering £20 billion borrowing gap. Oh, and that's not all. President Macron just touched down in London for a historic post-Brexit state visit. What does this all mean for Britain's future? Let's break it down by solid sources, e.g. Reuters, BBC, and others. The British pound slipped to a 10-week low around 1.3316 before inching back to 1.3357, following news of a US-EU trade pact that strengthened the dollar. Although the UK secured a 10% tariff deal with the US versus 15% for EU nations, weakness in UK business activity and retail sales dragged on sterling. Some positive signs. A rebound in mortgage approvals and consumer borrowing hint at cautious optimism, yet Q2 growth remains sluggish. UK inflation unexpectedly rose to 3.6% in June, its highest since January 2024, driven by spikes in food, fuel, and transport costs. Food inflation alone is running at 4%, marking the 6th monthly rise in a row, per BRC and NielsenIQ. Despite these pressures, the Bank of England began cutting rates last year, from 5.25% to 4.25%, and markets expect another cut at the August 7 meeting. But with inflation stubbornly high, rate cuts may slow BOE Governor Andrew Bailey. Warns rate reductions could be more cautious if wage and price pressures remain elevated. Analysts now warn that the UK may face stagflation, with CPI inflation hitting 3.7% by summer, while growth stalls around 0.75%. The EY Item Club upgraded growth forecast for 2025 to 1%, up from 0.8%, buoyed by a pre-tariff spending surge. Yet long-term risks persist. Forecasts predict GDP to rise just 0.9% in 2026, climbing to 1.5% by 2027, and unemployment could nudge up to 5% from today's 4.7%. According to Politico, from July 8 through 10, French President Emmanuel Macron made a state visit to the UK, the first EU leader to do so since Brexit, meeting King Charles III, PM Keir Starmer, and addressing Parliament. The visit underlined renewed post-Brexit ties, joint efforts on illegal migration, Ukraine, and trade cooperation.